Welcome, welcome. I'm super excited that you're here with me today. My name is Cindy Lish, and I am an accomplished career coach that empowers stay-at-home moms with the confidence, tools, and skills to successfully get back to the workforce. Yep, that's exactly what I do. In fact, I've helped nearly 600 women to go back to work and find jobs that they absolutely love. So whether you've been at home for 20 minutes or 20 years, this is the place for you. Okay, before we get started, I want you to click on that subscribe button so that you are the first to know every time I come live. Okay? And we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about things that you may be doing in your job search that seem like they're effective, but actually are hurting you more than helping you. Okay? And giving you a full sense that you're working really hard when you could be doing a better job, when you could be working smarter, not harder. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. The first thing is by just putting together one resume and posting it on all the job search boards, okay? And posting it on LinkedIn and posting it on Indeed and posting on all the other job search boards and just leaving it there. And just like, okay, I did it. I put out my resume and come find me, right? You know, there's no incentive for the employers to come out and just find you, okay? There are hundreds of people applying for every position. And there are a lot of people who are putting in much more of an effort than that. And again, we always talk about your brand, putting yourself forward, showing somebody the quality of who you are, showing that you're putting in the effort. Okay, again, employers don't have a lot to go on when they make a decision if they're going to hire somebody. So every little thing counts. So if you're just putting together one resume, putting it out there and saying, that's it, come find me, chances are you're not going to be highly successful in your job search. Okay. I like to say, you know, Prince Charming is not going to come knocking at your door. You have to go to the ball. Okay. In fact, one of my favorite times that I told that story, I told it to a woman every week. I would ask her, how many jobs have you applied to? And she said, I've applied to none, but I've bookmarked all these. I've saved all these. The next week I would ask her the same thing. How many jobs have you applied to? And she'd say none, but I saved all these. And finally, I said to her, you know, Prince Charming is not going to come knocking on your door. You have to go to the ball. And she said to me, you don't think I can do it? And I said, I know you can do it. I don't think you want to do it. Okay. And she did. And she applied and she got back to work. Okay. And she got the job. It's putting in that effort. It's believing in yourself and making that effort. Okay. Getting over the fear. I can't tell you how many times I'm on sessions with my clients and we're on Zoom together and they're like, okay, should I send it? I'm like, yep, you did it. We did it. Let's go. Send, hit the send, enter, right? Apply for the position. Okay. And I know it's scary to be out there and it's scary if you haven't done it in a long time and there's always that fear of rejection, but you know, nothing's going to happen if you don't put yourself out there. Okay. So one of the mistakes that people are making is just taking one resume, posting it out on the board. Okay. The second mistake that people make is by not customizing their resume for every single position that they apply for. And I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to do this. Okay. We've talked about the applicant tracking system. We will always talk about the applicant tracking system, which is the computer screening program that is looking for certain words. They're looking to make sure that you're right for this exact job. And by the way, you can't just put the words in there. I met with a client yesterday and she said, oh, I went to a resume writer and they said there are 25 keywords I have to put in there. So I put them in and I'm still not getting results. And I'm like, because it's not just 25 words. It's again, and this is what I work on with my clients, it's targeting the resume to every single job you're applying for. Okay, and customizing it to show you're the right person for that exact job. So by just putting out one resume out there and not changing it up, that's not going to help you, okay? It's always the idea of showing that you have the right experience for that exact job, okay? The other thing that's not going to help you is doing a quick apply. So it baffles me, you know, the job search engines make it so easy for us to do this kind of the wrong way, in a way that doesn't help us. By just doing quick apply, you're not taking the effort. It's faster. Yes, it's faster for sure. But why do something that's faster if it's not going to get the results you're looking for? Okay. So if you're just quick apply and you could just have, again, it's using that same one resume that they have, uploading it and sending, without filling in the different boxes, without writing a new cover letter for each position, it's not going to help you. Again, you're trying to show you're the best person for this exact job. So I don't recommend that you use Quick Apply. The other thing that people do is they just apply to jobs, whether they're qualified, whether they're not qualified, they just hit send. They're just applying. And you'll hear people tell you, I'm applying to 50 jobs a week, 100 jobs a week. I've applied to 2,000 jobs in the past couple months. You know, it's putting out quantity, but it's just like putting out a lot of fishing poles without any bait on it and hoping something is going to catch. The idea is to go after the jobs that make sense for you, the jobs that you are qualified for, okay? And then putting your best effort first as you're applying for them. So it means targeting the resume, but it also means writing a cover letter every time. So that's another thing that people often avoid, because cover letters are not always mandatory. Sometimes cover letters are optional. So they avoid writing the cover letter. And why do people do this? Because it takes time, right? It takes time, it takes effort. But again, you know, ladies, when was anything that was worth having ever just easy? Think about that, okay? Everything that you have mastered, every skill that you have learned, every obstacle in your life that you've overcome, everything that you're like, wow, yeah, I did this. It was never easy. There was always a challenge. There was always a road to get there. And you worked there, you put in your best effort, and that's how you got the results. And the job search is no different than that, okay? And certainly this is not the hardest thing that you've ever done in your life. We all face challenges. We all have difficulties. You may have had them, you may have had them in, you know, family, relationships, money, jobs, careers, illnesses, deaths, lots of things that we've all survived and overcome. And how did you do this? Because you focused, you put in the energy, and that's what you did. You focused what you had. You didn't allow whatever the challenge was to be your defining moment over which you never got past, right? You said, okay, I got to do this. I'm going to do what I have to do. Okay. And that's what I'm asking you to do for your job search, to say, okay, this is something I want. I can do this. Okay. Get excited about it. Like it's a challenge that you could overcome, and then put your best effort forward as you're applying for the job. So avoid doing these things that are easier, because, you know, they're easier, it's faster for sure. But what happens is that you wind up getting more discouraged than you should, okay? Because you feel that you're working so hard because you've sent out 50 resumes a week, 100 resumes a week, whatever it is, but you're not targeting it. You're not putting in the effort. So you're giving yourself that false sense of security that you're working really hard. And then you're feeling this intense level of disappointment and frustration because, oh my goodness, I've applied to 400 jobs this month and nobody wants me. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. Let's just put in the effort and show them your best self. And then, you know what? That's when you're going to get the results. Okay? So if you like what you saw today, you want more free content, pop on over to my website. It's cindylish.com, CINDYLISH.com. Tons of free content out there for you, plus the ability to talk to me one-on-one if you'd like to see how I can help you with your job search. You know, no pressures, no obligations ever. That just ain't my style. Okay? Just a conversation to see how I can help you out. If you like what you saw here today, please like it, share with your friends, so that we can get as many women as we can back to the workforce. I hope you have a productive week, and always remember, you're a warrior. Until the next time.